Hello there and welcome back to my channel, or of course welcome to my channel if you're new. If you are new, then my name is Alex and I actually now post 4 beauty related videos every single week. So if you would like to join my little family here on the internet, then make sure you hit that subscribe button and also put the notification bell on to be notified every single time that I upload. Now, before I even jump into this video, if you're wondering about the eye look I've got on today, I just tested out the new Morphe 24A palette. I'm not sure if that video is up already or not. If it is, I'll link it in the cards. If not, it's coming very soon. So for today's video, I'm going to be doing my top 5 palettes from the high-end market. I'm not much of a high-end person, to be honest. I don't actually have a lot of high-end palettes in my collection compared to drugstore. I've got so many more drugstore palettes than I do high-end. But I do love a few brands in high-end and I will continue to buy palettes from them. So this video is just to let you know what palettes are my favourite from high-end. So let's jump into it. So this video is not in any particular order. I'm just picking a palette up from the side of me and showing you. So let's get started. Okay, so this wouldn't be a favourite high-end palette video from me if I didn't include at least one Jeffree Star palette, and I've actually got 2 in this video to show you. And the first one is actually the Jawbreaker palette. This was so hard. Oh, I've just gone really dark. This was so hard to choose like a favourite, so I had to pick 2, and even then I literally wanted to include like every single Jeffree Star palette because I'm such a fan of his formula. I've decided to include the Jawbreaker palette, and the reason this is because this is what the palette looks like, by the way. If you've never seen it, I have actually done a video on this. I've done a video on almost all of these barring one, but this is what the palette looks like. It is a stunning rainbow palette. This is obviously very expensive. This is a high-end video. This is £54, which is just outrageous for an eyeshadow palette, but it is such a stunning rainbow palette and I love all the shades in here. His formula is possibly one of my favourite formulas ever. I do love another brand as well, which I'll show you in a minute. But I just love everything about this palette. It's got a white in here, it's got all of the rainbow colours, it's got your shimmers in here. It actually doesn't have a black in here, which I'm very surprised. I would have thought he would have included one. But I just love the tones of the shades in here. They're just so different. And because I collect pretty much every Jeffree Star palette, the shades complement other shades in his other palettes, which I absolutely love. I need to use this a lot more. If you want me to do like another video on this, I mean, I'm uploading 4 videos a week now, so I've got so much more time to fill in videos that I wouldn't normally do. But if you'd like to see another tutorial on this, then definitely let me know. Let me just swatch a few of them. So that is 4 of the shades swatched. They're the swatches. I absolutely love this reddy shade as well. Oh god, I thought I was going to drop. Absolutely freaking stunning. Yeah, so they're absolutely stunning. I just love his shades. They're like so unique and different compared to like other rainbow palettes. He actually includes like pastel shades, which is something I feel like we're actually lacking in the makeup industry. There's not enough pastel shade palettes. If you haven't got it already and you're a big Jeffree Star makeup fan, definitely pick that up. Okay, we're going to go to the complete opposite to rainbow right now. So I am also a massive fan of Anastasia Beverly Hills palettes. I pretty much have every normal palette apart from Sultry and Norvina. This is a really beautiful neutrals palette, and this is the Soft Glam. It's just so stunning. I love all the shades in here. This is what it looks like. If you don't like rainbow palettes and you love your neutrals and want to buy something high-end, treat yourself, definitely recommend this one. I can't fault Anastasia Beverly Hills eyeshadows. They're so beautifully pigmented. They blend out really easy. The shimmers in here are literally out of this world. That formula is incredible. I'm just going to swatch a few of them. They feel super soft and creamy. as well, like even the mattes. So as you can see, it's just so pigmented and beautiful. I love this so much. Obviously I haven't used this in ages. I do usually use this like when I go on a night out, because I just usually do neutrally shades when I go on a night out. So I always take this with me travelling. It's such a staple in my collection. I think this is, they have upped their prices. I believe this is £46. I could be totally wrong. I will double check that. But their quality is just unreal, and if you haven't got any ABH palettes in your collection, I definitely recommend starting with this one. It's so beautiful. That palette is £46, by the way. Frank did kindly just check for me.
Can't believe that other palette was 54 quid.
I know. So next is a palette by Morphe, and I know Morphe isn't technically high-end, however this palette is the more expensive range, so I am going to classify it as high-end because it is more expensive. You wouldn't spend £40 on an eyeshadow palette in the drugstore, so it's high-end. And this is actually the Morphe James Charles palette. I was tossing and turning between this and the 39S, but I do really like the mattes in this palette. So this is a kind of in-between for neutrals and rainbows, what I just showed you. This has everything in it that you need. So this is what the palette looks like. It doesn't come with these stuck on the palette, by the way. I spent about 2 hours doing that because I hate the plastic sheet thing, and it's such a big palette as well. I just cut it all up and stuck it down. So this is what the palette looks like. I would have thought you would have seen this by now. Oops, keep hitting the TV. But as you can see, it has pretty much like 3 rows of beautiful neutral shades, and then the bottom 2 rows here are full of your colourful pans. So when I first got this, which I believe was about a year ago, I constantly use this for my looks, just because it was like my first Morphe palette, I believe, and I just love the pigmentation of these mattes here. They are so good. I do believe, whatever your opinion is of him, that he did such a good job with this palette. The only thing I hate about this is how big it is. Like, I can't even fit it all in the screen because it's so big. He has since released a smaller palette of this, which I just don't really have seen the point of that. I wish he kind of did that at the beginning. I would have 100% picked up the smaller version of this rather than the big one, but here we are. Yeah, so this is beautiful. The pans in the middle, he has got a white and a black. He's got neutrals, he's got shimmer shades in here. He's literally got everything you could possibly want for your collection. Like, if you had this and you're not much of a makeup person, I genuinely believe you wouldn't really need to buy much more than this. So these are for the shade swatched. And also about this palette, which I forgot to mention, this is one of the only palettes I have and know of that have the truest red eyeshadow ever. Like, look how beautifully red that is. I know red is such a hard colour to make in the makeup industry, but this is generally one of the best reds. So if you're looking for a palette that does have an actual red in it, then definitely check this out. It's so good. It's definitely more red than a lot of my other palettes that try to do reds. I'm going to stop saying red now because I've said it about a gazillion times. If you haven't picked this up already, I strongly recommend it. Maybe get the smaller version because this is just so big. I'm never going to finish this whole palette, so I definitely wish I got the smaller one, but yeah, what can you do? Okay, my next palette is the other Jeffree Star palette I need to mention, and it is the new Bloodlust palette. This has only been out for like a month, 2 months, but I'm already recommending it to you guys because this has his best formula he has ever done. So I have again done a video on this. I'll leave all my reviews on these palettes linked down below. This is what it looks like. It is a beautiful like velvet packaging, and it's so big, like I can't even tell you how big this palette is, and it's so heavy as well, which is nice because you're paying a lot of money for this. I think this was 54 as well. I think it was £54, you know. because this was the first one I actually bought myself that was really expensive. But the reason that this is his best formula is because he has 2 shades in here that have the complete new like foily formula, and it's these 2 right here. I will quickly swatch them for you. Let me just show you what that looks like. Obviously this is a complete purple palette, so if you don't like using the shade purple, then obviously you won't use this. So they are 4 of the shades swatched. This is his brand new formula, which literally looks wet on the skin. It is so stunning. This black here does have purple glitter particles in it, and it does also reflect green, which is so stunning. I'm a huge fan of purple eyeshadow. That's why I've got like the Morphe 39S. That's why I picked this up. If you do like purple eyeshadow, you know, you love playing with it, and you haven't got this yet, I would highly recommend getting it or asking for it for like a birthday or something, because this is just truly one of his best palettes that he has ever done, and I've got a lot of them. I think I've got Blue Blood, Conspiracy and Blood Sugar, as well as Jawbreaker and Bloodlust, and this one 100% has the best formula in it. Okay, last palette for this video, and it's another Anastasia Beverly Hills palette. This is a collab palette, and it's the Jackie Aina one. I again have done a video on this, and I cannot tell you how impressed I was with this palette and how beautiful it is. If you don't know who Jackie Aina is, just dropped the brush. If you don't know who Jackie Aina is, she is a YouTuber here on YouTube, obviously, and she collabed with ABH to create this beautiful palette. It is quite a neutrally palette, but it does have like a pop of pink, which, by the way, that is like the best pink ever. Like, it's the best formula pink I've ever tried. And then it does have your pop of purple, has this beautiful shade here called Trust Issues, which has stunning reflect in it. It's also got like your browns in it, your oranges in it. So here are 4 of the shades swatched. That red shimmer is so stunning, and as you can see, that pale pink is beautifully pigmented. This is probably my favourite one out of all of their collab palettes. So yeah, I strongly recommend this. Again, if you want a high-end palette that is neutral but it does have like a pop of something else as well, then definitely get this one over the Soft Glam. The shimmers are amazing, and they have lovely reflex in them as well, so I love that. Right guys, so that's it for this video. I really hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please give it a massive thumbs up. Let me know down below what is in your top 5 like favourite high-end palettes. If you would like me to do a drugstore version, which to be honest I think I am, purely because I've got so many drugstore palettes, and if you guys want to know, let me know by commenting down below, and I'll be sure to do that very soon. So if you haven't already, please subscribe down below, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!